Welcome to our channel, where we tell the real stories behind America's most heartbreaking crimes. Stories that remind us that behind every headline was a real person, a real life, and dreams that were taken too soon. Today's case is not about fear or fame. It is about a young woman whose life ended at her own front door, and how her death changed laws across the United States forever. Her name was Rebecca Schaeffer. Rebecca Schaeffer was only 21 years old. She was an actress, a model, and a rising star in Hollywood. Known for her kindness and bright personality, Rebecca was living what many considered a dream. She had recently gained recognition on television and was beginning to build a promising career in the entertainment industry. On the morning of July 18, 1989, Rebecca was at her apartment in Los Angeles. It was an ordinary day. She was alone, relaxed, and unaware that it would be her last. Earlier that morning, a man came to her apartment building and asked for her address. At the time, personal information about celebrities was shockingly easy to obtain. No privacy laws existed to protect addresses or personal details. Within hours, that information would become deadly. Around 10:00 a.m., there was a knock at Rebecca's door. When she opened it, she was shot in the chest at close range. Rebecca collapsed inside her apartment. Neighbors heard the gunshot and called emergency services, but by the time help arrived, Rebecca Schaeffer was gone. She died right there, in the place where she should have been safest. The murder shocked Hollywood and the entire nation. Rebecca was young, talented, and completely unprotected. There was no warning, no chase, no chance to escape, just a single knock, followed by violence. Police quickly confirmed that this was not an accident. It was a deliberate act. The case was ruled a homicide, and investigators began retracing how the killer had found her so easily. What they discovered horrified the public. Rebecca's address had been obtained through a private investigator who legally accessed motor vehicle records. At the time, anyone with enough money could retrieve personal information, including home addresses, from government databases. There were no safeguards, no restrictions. Rebecca Schaeffer had unknowingly been left completely exposed. The killer was later arrested, convicted, and sentenced to life in prison. But justice for many felt incomplete. Rebecca was still gone. Her future was still stolen. Her death sparked outrage. For the first time, Americans began questioning how easily personal information could be accessed. Why were celebrities and even ordinary citizens so vulnerable? Why were there no protections in place? Because of Rebecca Schaeffer's murder, the United States passed new laws restricting access to personal data. The Driver's Privacy Protection Act was introduced, changing how information could be shared. Anti-stalking laws were strengthened. Privacy finally became a national concern. Rebecca Schaeffer's life ended too soon, but her death forced change that has protected millions since. Today, she is remembered not just as a victim, but as a symbol. A reminder that privacy matters, that safety should never be optional, and that behind every true crime story is a human being who deserved to live. Rebecca was more than an actress. She was a daughter, a friend, and a young woman with dreams that never had the chance to come true. Her story is tragic, but it is also important, because remembering her means remembering why these protections exist today. And as long as her name is spoken, Rebecca Schaeffer is not forgotten.